Go and grab you a nice chair. It's time to sit back and talk to profit.
And we are live with Nick Black in 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1.
Pew pew. You like my new it's soon to be spring
I saw
haircut?
that. I saw that fade, you know? I saw that fade.
That's right.
Is it shorter on one side than the other? Let me see that. Hold on.
Nope,
Turn to the
same.
side again.
Just
Are you sure?
there's just light coming in from the window.
Oh, yeah. Okay. Just making sure.
Yeah, same. Or maybe I sit like this.
Yeah.
Hey, fellas.
That's how I sit.
Hey, everyone.
I sit on a tilt.
Tilt your computer today. That's how we'll be doing the show. Man, I was reading all sorts of cool stuff. One, did you hear that ChatGPT is now, they have a professional edition that's going out? Because, okay, so all these high school kids and college students, users were angry because ChatGPT has been getting so overwhelmed. And this is a product by OpenAI, which basically replaces copywriters, writers, editors, anybody that makes essays or poems or has to write anything ever. Anyway, AI is replacing them. And this system, if you haven't played with it, go go to OpenAI and look up ChatGPT. You can play with it. But it was so overwhelmed with queries that it had a kind of a wait, like you'll have to wait kind of a thing. Like at capacity was the warning. And it said, at capacity, please wait for your response. Well, high school and college students were all peed off because guess what? They couldn't turn in their homework. So they're all angry that the AI that's doing the work for them so that they don't have to think for themselves, they're just mad. So anyway, there's a professional chat GPT that launched today, actually. I got on the waiting list for it, but I haven't seen what the pricing is. It's probably outside of my budget because I'm a cheap, Anyway, I just thought that was interesting. Luckily, so far, it's not doing the things that I do, but I'm only counting the days before it pretty much does that. Because, you can use, Brandon, do you remember we were looking at Synethia.io where you can go and it has AI robots that will read. They're not robots, really. They're like people. And you put in the text and they just read it like a sports announcer or like a newscaster. I know in the digital heavyweights, we're playing with it. So once they have a me of that, I guess MoneyMorning wouldn't need me anymore. I could just submit my content. I just type my content. Actually, I wouldn't type my content. I'd go to ChatGPT or whatever Singularity Net comes out with. That's probably going to be way better. And I'll just say, hey, Singularity Net, today I want to talk about cool things in crypto. And it'll just go, and it'll spit out my hour-long dissertation, and then it will send it over to Synethia. I can't even pronounce it. AI can pronounce it. I think it's Synethia. Is it Synethia? I think it's Synethia. Anyway, and it'll just make a me, and me will talk, and you'll be like, dang. And none of that will require anything more than one simple question I asked early in the morning. And you can catch me at the gym, bro. I'll be deucing out. Brandon?
I'm going to come to the gym with you, man. Can I submit my portion too? I want my portion, and it's going to sound really good.
Listen,
really good.
If you can explain, everybody, I want you to pay attention to this. If you can explain your job. Last year at the when we did the MoneyMorning, the whole team got together. Remember in Chicago, that was like a thing. I hope we're going to be doing that this year as well. That was one of the questions they asked the panel. And I think I said something to the effect of, if you can explain your job, a robot will do it. 90% of trading is already managed by algorithms and quants that manage algorithms, AI-based, narrow AI. Why do you think you're going to be able to outperform the robots? Like, seriously, wise up, everyone. Like, have a come to Jesus or something. You guys got to wise up, and gals, and pronouns. Me too. If you can explain your job, a robot will be doing it in 24 months. Dummies. Me too. I'm a dummy because I've been thinking about AI for many years, and for some reason, it's just starting to sink in that all of our days are numbered. Not like Terminator style. Well, God, I hope not. But like AI is eating everything. If you don't see this, you're not just on the shelf, bro, you're expired milk. So I don't know, man. And Optimus is made by Tesla, Dave. Anyway, that's just my little rant. I only rant because we were looking at the numbers. Meg and I were looking at numbers this morning, and the new digital heavyweights. This is not an ad for heavyweights, but if you got in and started investing in December when we did our AI, when we sent out the dossiers, you're up 430% on Singularity Net. You're up 311% on Fetch. You're up 100.5% on Singularity DAO. You're up 79%, I think, 79 and change on NewNet. Every single thing that we said. Are we geniuses? No. Are we can we see the future? No. Common sense, bro. The whole idea that artificial intelligence is just a little thing on the side. Oh, it's a little postscript. It's an asterisk or a side note. That is the wrong way to look at it. And if you think of it that way, you're going to see everything that you do get gobbled up. And robots are going to do it. If you can explain what you do, a robot will do it. You just better be very careful that you don't find yourself sidelined and have missed the opportunity to participate in it. Because when the robots are in control, complete control of investing, where does that leave you? Be honest. You don't have to answer. Just be honest. Where does that leave you as a trader? Gone. Not to exist. Where does it leave you as an investor? I don't know. I'm not sure that there is the same way we look at investing in things. I think that goes away when AI, I don't know, man. Brandon, what do you think? Do you kind of think like, what's 3 years from now looking like with AI just gobbling up everything?
Just even in the last 4 months, the amount of AI that's taken over the space has been bigger than I ever thought it would be. And people are starting to see the potential possibilities. People are building on AI. There's already multiple different companies using the chat GPT just to build their own companies based on that. And it's going to start basically domino affecting across the market. So kind of cool to see.
I mean, go back to the movie Terminator, which was an awesome movie, by the way. Reese is a friend of mine. Not that Reese is not a real character, the actor that played Reese. Anyway, if you think about that, if you could have invested in Cyberdyne, right? Like the ones that launched Skynet, the company that launched Skynet, you would at least be living in whatever the walled off cloud city is, the one area where the humans are not murdered by the Terminators, if there is such a place. But forget all the ridiculousness. If you don't at least understand how to get exposure in the AI space, what are you looking at every day, man? God. Anyway, that's it. You shake people as much as you can. And then what they do is on them. I don't know, man. Good luck, everyone. All right. Brandon, should we tackle some questions? I mean, do you want to take a look at the markets? I will say this, the crypto space is over $1 trillion again, which of course, raise your hand if you were one of the naysayers that in the last couple of months, oh, crypto's dead. It's dead. Or one of these old octogenarian old codgers sitting on the shelf, holding your gold coins until your freaking hands bleed. Come on, bro. Bro. We're over $1 trillion again. The digital asset space, the idea, even if you hate crypto, I don't like the term crypto, to be honest. But if you hate crypto and all this stuff, just look out in the next 3 to 5 years. Do you think, just from wherever you stand, do you think we're going to go backwards in technology? Do you think we're going to go backwards in time? Is that more likely or less likely? Is the world less technological than it was 2 years ago? So what is 2 years from now going to look like? I don't know what people are thinking. I don't know. Anyway, the principle of disintermediation is simply this, that technology may obviate a lot of not just humans, but a lot of frictions. If you look through history, these groups, these little elitist groups of statistically fat, rich white guys that kind of own stuff and let other people participate is never really been great for humanity. And so when a piece of technology and software counts, can disintermediate that, can make it a little bit less friction, right? Then that makes the world a slightly iteratively better place. And that's what these distributed systems do. Now, is all crypto good? No, man. There's nothing that all is good of, right? I mean, actually think about that in this wide scale. There is no market, there's no marketplace, there's no sport, there's no group of any more than, you get two people together and not all of them are great. They can't be. One of them's got to be worse. And when you have little groups of people that are in control of big groups of people, it doesn't always work out, right? So you have to walk the fine line between governance and perversion and perverse incentives. Well, a lot of these digital assets are complete trash because they're managed by trash people. And a lot of these exchanges are trash because they're managed by thieves and corrupt individuals that see an opportunity to take advantage of people that have a position of less information, an asymmetric position, right? But some of these assets are very valuable for the future of humanity because they give, in a sense, not just power, but they give control, a little bit of control back to humans. And that's pretty valuable in many cases. Now, I don't think that some scramble where everybody, a completely psycho dystopian libertarian society, probably not the answer anyway. We have to have some kind of cool middle space. But the world is not a middle space. The top 1% of people own 90% of all the world's assets. Does anybody here, please answer in the chat, does anybody here think that's cool? Unless if you're in the 1%, you're like, have that guy killed. Get the robots on him immediately, drone attack. But think about that. You don't have to like crypto. You don't have to like any of this stuff. I'm okay if you don't like stuff, if you have real reasons not to like the crypto space. Good for you. But are you okay with 1% of the world having 90% of the world's wealth, and that 37% of American households cannot take 1 month off work without being freaking homeless? That is not good, bro. We are worse off. Personal savings are worse now than they were pre-COVID. Oh, wait, that doesn't make sense. Yeah, it makes perfect sense, bro. So I don't want people to just blindly believe in anything. You shouldn't blindly believe in the crypto space. You shouldn't blindly hate it. You shouldn't blindly hate technology. And you shouldn't blindly think that any of these assets are good or bad. You got to do the work, right? You have to do the homework. And you have to look in the mirror and be honest with yourself and ask if it makes sense what you're doing in your portfolio. And I actually want to hear from the people that are not in the crypto space. Do you know and understand every single asset that you own in your portfolio? And if you own a fund, do you know what's in the fund? Or are you just indexing your way in? Do you know what all your assets do? Most people don't. It's not like an indictment. So because there's a lot of times you can't know, because there's a kind of asymmetry in information that insiders know, but you probably don't. That's normal. Well, in the digital asset space, there's at least a degree more information that you can go get, because you can see the currency units and the particles of data. You can see them move around in real time. And that's actually pretty interesting. And that's why so many governments are very uncomfortable with the idea of digital anything that everyone else can see. You think the US government would be so cavalier about sidelining all this cash if they knew in real time that you could see all the money, all the billions disappear? You could see all the payoffs in real time, all the like backhanded deals, the no bid contracts. If you could see all that crap in real time, instantly, and it was like part of your Twitter feed. Oh, whale alert. US government prints $31 billion. 17 billion just disappears. What do you mean disappears? It doesn't disappear in the crypto space. We can see it. You can track everything. So then, I don't know. If I was Brandon, the government, you said the government of India, there's a lot of pushback now again against crypto. We don't like crypto. No, they don't like having to have everyone else see what they're doing. There's a Japanese proverb, goes something along the lines of the fish will prosper where the water is most murky. So, I mean, just wise up, God. And to that, how do we summarize what's happened recently? People are like, why is Bitcoin up? Is it because of ransom demands and all this kind of? No, man. It's a combination of things. The world is finally coming to the realization that all the inflation is not really inflation. These were, in fact, the passing transitory effects of supply chain dislocations, shutting the world off for 16 or 18 months and turning it back on, and a bunch of over-ordering by supply managers. And now we have an abundance of products sitting on shelves, and the markdowns and the layoffs that are coming, and we get it. All the inflation mongers were dead wrong, and that's fine. Whatever. But now we have, look at CPI that's basically dust, right? Basically zero, month on month. And that created a little enthusiasm, and that enthusiasm led to an S-load of people getting nuked that were going short. Why would you short anything in the crypto space anyway? Like, at all? Why would you short an asset that's at its 12-month lows, that has these cult-like groups that seem to follow it? And why would you do that with leverage? Like, it's so dumb. So yes, hundreds of million. I think by Saturday night, and this is before like yesterday and the day before, but by Saturday night, there was 750 million in shorts that got liquidated. So, and that was over the course of the week. So there's no great conspiracy behind the price of Bitcoin going up any more than there was a great conspiracy by the price of these assets going down. The price is always correct. Why? Because that's what the market agrees is the price. Now, where our job is, especially like heavyweights, but where our job is as investors, find out where there's over and undervalue, and see if we can't make an investment into an undervalued asset that once the rest of common sense kicks in, which, ain't so common, that we have an arbitrage opportunity from when something is undervalued to when it is appropriately valued. And that's where you come down and you find yourself looking at the AI assets, as we've been banging this drum, and things like Fetch, which, is up quite a bit. And it is AI in automotive. It's up, 20% today, which isn't, again, in crypto, that's not much. 70% on the week. I mean, people that are not in the crypto space, these are normal numbers for you, right? Hey, Brandon, in your 401k, these are normal numbers, right? Normal.
I have a guy that works over at Edward Jones. I mean, if he was excited, we were chatting the other day. He was super excited because one of his portfolios managed to get 8% last year, type of thing.
8% is crushing it, man.
8%, man, that's pretty good, right? Woo! Pretty good. Well, what?
8%, man. Cool. I'm going to get pizza tonight.
So what is the AGIX? Look at AGIX, for example, over the last 30 days. What's it at?
Jesus, man.
380%.
Yeah,
380%.
And it's down. And by the way, it's down like a penny and a half. It was up.
No, it's down. Up. Yeah.
I mean, and it's just, again, this is just that the world is coming around to the realization that certain things look likely to occur. And again, I don't care if you hate the crypto space or whatever. What do you care? Like, if it can make your life better, if investing in the digital asset space can make your life easier and can give you more returns, why on earth would you be in any other market? I have people approach me all the time for real estate stuff. Hey, man, you want to buy in on this real estate? I say, cool. What could we make? Oh, man, we're going to make 15% year on year. 15%? Get off my lawn, you kids. Get out of here. Kick rocks. 15%? 15% is a Tuesday, man. And actually, 15% is a Tuesday. AGIX, 22% today. Singularity Dow, it's only 43% last week. Ocean, 16% today. Fetch, bordering on 90%. 20% today. 71% last week. Render, 32% last week. Optimism, 43% last week. Graph Token, 20% last week. Arweave, 25% last week. Flow, 36% last week. VeChain, 20%. These are, look, VeChain's garbage. 21% last week. Algorand, which is not garbage, quality asset, 15% plus last week. Filecoin. Oh, by the way, they have a deal with Lockheed Martin. Did you know about that?
What?
Filecoin,
That's cool.
Filecoin nodes are going to be put in space on Lockheed Martin satellites.
Ah, cool.
Yeah, pretty
Cool.
bad. Pretty bad, eh? So Filecoin distributed data, 26% last week. Near 37% last week. Oh, Cosmos did terrible. It's only up 10.5% last week. Polkadot, which I think is borderline dumpster juice, 24% last week. Matic, 20% last week. Like, come on, bro. Bros, brosephases, and whatever the pronoun for bros is. Oh, by the way, NewNet, 74% last week. AGIX, 196% just last week. But no. Yeah, crypto's a scam. All right, let's do some questions. Now that I'm
good
fired
question.
up.
Right out the gate. Right out the. Oh, this will help even more then. Why is crypto
Let's do
so
it.
corrupt? Will the feds regulate it sooner than later?
Well, I hope so. I hope the feds regulate everything because, regulation always makes things better. But in this case, regulations would definitely make the crypto space more investable because it would add a layer of trust. Now, if you watch the SEC, I don't know how good you're going to feel. The 9 years it took to indict Bernie Madoff, like, oh my God, that whole thing's just a dumpster fire. But look, crypto is not corrupt. Money, that's like saying, why is crypto so corrupt? Money, that's like saying money. Why is money so corrupt? Money is not corrupt. Money is anything that extinguishes debt. So you're saying, wait, that which extinguishes debt is corrupt. Like, go through the argument, go through the mental exercise. So what you're really saying is, why are humans corrupt? So you're saying is, well, why are financial crimes committed? Financial crimes occur because people are allowed to do so. Financial crime subject matter experts have long debated whether it is possible to develop a criminal profile that is accurate enough to enable organizations like the federal government to catch people in a financial crime beforehand, like in Minority Report, the pre-crime unit, the pre-Sam Bankman fraud unit, right? Of course, we had this because we called all these douchebags out years before they committed their grand frauds. Why? Everybody has a little radar that goes, oh, that dude's sketch, or I don't trust her for whatever reason. We all have that radar. Maybe listen to it instead of giving them your money. A strong analysis of possible financial crime and fraudsters may help companies and organizations and individuals strengthen their lines of defense against criminal activity. Financial crime may not be committed if the potential criminal believes the achievable reward will only be modest compared to the chances of detection and punishment, right? So there's where regulation would help, right? If the punishments were sufficient to deter. But look, any technology is going to be used by good and evil. Humans are the problem. Humans are corrupt, right? Finance, money, crypto, whatever your asset of investment or gambling is, there's no criminality tucked away in the idea of mathematics. It is humans that corrupt these systems. So what you're asking is, why are humans sketchy? Because humans are greedy mother scratchers. Some of them use that greed to be great entrepreneurs, and many of them use it for other things. And people take advantage of other people because humans suck. All right, that's the best answer I can give you. Humans suck. All right, what else we got?
Well, that's fair. So is there any truth to the Amazon AVAX partnership, or is it just pumping propaganda?
No, it's not pumping propaganda. It's just not anything major and exciting. Yes, they have a partnership. Amazon is partnered with about 240,000 companies. And I just don't think, to me, it's not that interesting because all of these companies are going to have to partner with every single protocol that's worth its weight in salt. Every protocol. I don't think there's an A protocol. I think we're going to live in a multi-protocol, multi-chain future. I just think it's very narrow. You got to broaden your scope a little bit. That's like saying I will only drive across the roads which have black asphalt. Well, what about this cool white paved one? No. Okay, but that's the next 400 miles. We'll drive through the dirt. Well, that doesn't make any sense. You just drive through the white concrete one. It's fine. Oh, so we will live in a multi-chain future, likely. And so you're going to see a lot of combining of resources, combining of teams of compute power. You're going to see a lot of teams working together one way or another. You're going to see a lot of side chains and a lot of chain bridges. You're going to see a lot of this stuff. And then what will happen is a transaction will get routed in the most efficient way, even if that goes across several different chains, several different assets, several different bridges or side chains or layer 1s, 2s, or 3s, or whatever. You as a user, as a customer, you won't care. You just, swipe your phone or ask a question or do whatever. All the magic will happen underneath. And really, what do you care? If it's cheap, it's fast, it's elegant, and you preserve some rights, good. You win. You win. All right. Should we wrap it up, Brandon? Have we done enough damage to people's brains today?
I think so. Oh man, we missed some good questions about Solana. I know you would have loved it, but yeah, let's wrap it up. Okay, fair enough.
Listen, a trash can's going to find a steak every now and then, but you shouldn't go hunting trash cans for steak. I feel like that's also ancient Japanese wisdom. Stay in school. Don't do drugs. Don't do anything my poor insolvent drunk, strung on meth grandmother or Brandon or Nancy Pelosi. Oh, you almost got it when I said Nancy Pelosi.
That was so close, right? Okay.
It was very close.
Live and
It was
learn.
very close.
Live and learn.
Who's not Eric? Who's not Ryan? Who's not E-Meg? Who's not Elizabeth? Who's still not Brandon or Nancy Pelosi? Wouldn't do.
Dang it. Double.
I know. I had to circle back. That's a callback to a callback. And on that note, we bid you a pew pew. Pew pew.